Hey, so I've been thinking to myself just about my entrepreneurship journey and then my new journey as a restaurant owner. And I just really feel like I want to start doing blogs on entrepreneurship in general and then my journey to become a restaurant owner. Because I think being an entrepreneur or business owner is always highlighted on social media, especially people that, monetize off of coaching and things like that. And I just really wanted to, that's not a bug on my wall, y'all. It's part of my little kiss up there. I just looked at my camera like that looked like a bug. But anywho, I got sidetracked. Let me stay focused. Anywho, I just really want to share the whole transparent journey of entrepreneurship and what that looks like in real life and in real time. Again, most of the time it's glamorized because you see the business once it's built and successful. But I don't think a lot of people talk about the journey to get there, the real raw journey of what it looks like to become an entrepreneur. And that's just something I want to start just being transparent and talking about to people. Like right now, I'm a restaurant owner. My restaurant with my business partner has been up and running for a month now. We made it to a month on Friday. And the journey has not been an easy journey by no means. It's been a blessed journey, but has not been easy. Financially, it has tapped me out because the renovation part took way longer than we anticipated. Of course, when I first started this journey, so originally this was my original idea, and it was something that I was journeying on my own to open this restaurant. So at the time I was working full time, making great money. So financially, I knew that I would be set, that I wouldn't even need any bank loans, would be able to self-fund my whole venture, and was very, secure in that I would be able to handle it. And a few months after we started, in the restaurant space renovating, I ended up losing the job that I was working on. And so that was like life shattering on the fact that that was an instant loss of great income that was not only going to take care of my household, but also was going to fund my business. And so I had to kind of pivot. And my pivot wasn't into another job. It was more so pivoting by being in the restaurant space more full time, renovating and helping with the renovations and working. And so I haven't worked a whole lot since we've been working on the restaurant because, again, I had to be present. I had to be there for the vendors, the contractors, for licensing purposes, things like that. So it required me to be present. So requiring me to be present at the restaurant eliminated me being able to work regularly and full time. And so that's why this really has been a faith journey, because I have journeyed this road truly by faith, because it was by God's grace that I've been able to even maintain as far as I could financially, in regards to my household. But it has, when I say tapped me and my business partner, we both is going through that financial struggle. And that's what entrepreneurship looks like. That's the things that people don't talk about. When I say my credit is shot right now, like in the before I started this, my credit was good. I was actually trying to build my credit. But, after this, because I had to apply for loans, got denied because I didn't have enough credit or for whatever reason, just, different reasons. But now from even the credit that I was able to get, that has been exhausted. I've exhausted all of my savings, all of my funds, all of my lines of credit. I have applied for anything and everything under the sun. And my credit is shot now. My bank account is zero. And that's what I want to talk about. I have a restaurant, it's maintaining itself, but people see these things and think like, oh, they got plenty of money. I have a full restaurant, but I am completely broke, personally. Broke to the point where I can't even afford a Netflix membership. And I'm okay with being transparent about these things because it's real life. These are the things that people don't talk about. This is real life entrepreneurship. This is what it looks like. I'm confident that, of course, it will get to a place where I will be financially secure. But this is the beginning, and that's the thing. We had been working on the space almost a year before we was actually able to open. So that is no income coming in for the business. So we was totally self-funding it. You know, we borrowed some money from some family, friends, was able to get small loans from personal acquaintances, and that's pretty much it. You know, no major loans, no nothing like that, lines of credit. And so we had to still self-fund it, you know, rent still due, utilities, all of the things that we had to do to get up and running, such as, you know, security system, like just everything under the sun, all requires money. And so when you're an entrepreneur, the thing is, you have to take your money and fund everything that you got into the business. Literally be on the verge of being homeless, but funding the business, because you know the bigger picture is at some point this business will take care of me. But that's the thing that you have to do sometimes, is you have to give everything that you have personally to even get there. And so it takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of, what do I want to say? I guess discipline. And it requires you to take a lot of risk, putting everything that you got. And of course, you know, the average person will say, that's crazy. I'm not about to go broke or be on the verge of losing my home for this business. But the thing is, that's how you get a business. You know, you have to fund it. You have to make sure the business is able to be open. But in order to get there, it's a journey. It's a journey to get there. And so, yeah, I mean, this is why I always say, too, if you can work while you're supporting your dream, by all means, do that until you don't have to. But again, you know, you don't always have the luxury of being able to work to fund your dream. Like I said, initially, I was actually working and I thought it was going to be able to fund my dream. But when my job was taken away from me, in a nutshell, and I was no longer on that project, I worked here and there, but then it got to a point where I had to be present in the business. And so it took a lot of sacrifice. The sacrifice was my income. And so as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, oh, it's a struggle when you see all this money coming in, but you're not getting none of it. None of it. Because now you have to maintain the business. We have payroll. We have to pay our vendors. We have to buy the food to open the restaurant, because that's the thing too. If you don't have the food to open, then you're back at square one where you're not making no money. So these are the things that people don't talk about, and it's so real. It's a blessing, but it's scary. You have plenty of broke days. Looking at that bank account, my bank account done went negative on plenty of occasions. And again, I don't be ashamed to say these things. Like, I'm one of the most transparent, truthful people that you would ever meet, because it is what it is. And it's truth. And these are the things that people need to hear. It's not always glitz, glam, and glory. I want to get to that. But in the beginning, it's not always glitz, glam, and glory. It's not. It's real life, hustle, grind, sacrifice, robbing Peter to pay Paul. This is what entrepreneurship looks like. This is what opening a business looks like. Maybe not for everybody, but for most, it's a sacrifice. It's a lot of loss. It's a lot of financial struggle, strain. This is what true entrepreneurship typically looks like in order to get to the other side. So I say all that to say, if you are in infancy of starting a business and you're wondering if you should just throw in the towel or is it worth it, trust your plan, trust God, have faith, because it's not gonna be easy. It's not. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it, but it's not easy. That's the thing, and only the strong survive.